Добрый день, девочки и мальчики. С вами, как всегда, ваша Крануша, и это стрим по игре Hogwarts Legacy. Приятного просмотра. А мы начнем с вами, пожалуй. Так. С нюкой будем начинать.
Revelio.
Так, это у Фига там внутри. Нам нужна Хамора.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Что оно? Сократить нельзя? Эх. Ну ладно. А, вот спуск.
Revelio. A rhinoceros skeleton. I'm on the right track. There's the fountain. I'm getting closer.
И нет, ключами бы
The
оказывается.
Dedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant? Revelio.
Какая-то картина, за которую надо потащить.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Это Игнатия, она везде здесь, что ли, или что?
This stairwell looks promising. This looks like the portrait from the map. Now, where's the treasure? Accio! Aha! There was a doorway hidden within the portrait.
Прикольно.
I wonder what came of Arthur's search.
Пойдемте к парню, вернемся к этому Артуру Пламли. Эх, а все довольно быстро решилось. Можно, конечно, путешествовать по этим.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as trying too hard.
Омнис Мракс.
Find anything yet?
If.
Hello, Arthur. Thought you might like to know that my map led to a doorway hidden within a portrait.
Oh, how clever! Mine led to the boathouse. Barely found the treasure before I saw the headmaster coming. He shooed me out of there, but not before I got a few galleons richer. What did you find?
I found what I believe is an authentic historian's uniform.
Oh, that's lucky. Seems as though we both had success. Glad I enlisted you to join me. Well, on to the next Hogwarts mystery. Wonder if a quick rummage round Weasley's office might yield anything interesting.
I can appreciate Hogsmeade all year round, but there's nothing like it.
Так, задание. А, есть побочка. А, ну хитроумное ключи нет, делать я его не буду пока. Давайте к Уизли. Ой, к этому, к Фигу. Секрет медальона. Продолжим потихонечку.
Revelio.
Профессор Фиг. Невзирая на мой крайне плотный график, министерство не кстати прислало распоряжение встретить нового ученика и зачислить его сразу на 5-й курс. Профессор Уизли настаивает, что ребенку требуется сопровождение и наставник, чтобы помочь ему освоиться на новом месте перед началом учебного года. Поручаю это дело вам. За подробностями обращайтесь к профессору Уизли, профессор Финиас Найджелус Блэк. Директор. Ой, репаро.
Accio.
О, не то.
Reparo. Revelio.
Неловко вышло. Ну-ка. Так, малиновые перчатки для квиддича. Ну, получше будут. А дальше. Ой, есть еще зачетная. Мы еще найдем, ребят. Инвентарь. Это записулька. Коллекции мы не досмотрели, по-моему, с вами в прошлый раз. Задание. Ждем. Самое интересное, мы повалялись у него на коврике, а он нас даже не разбудил.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow, like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls to...
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade? With Rookwood?
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me, and he would have, had Serona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Сэр, возвращаясь к гоблинам в Гринготсе.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
Ranrock и Rookwood охотятся за медальоном.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. The restricted section, to be precise. And a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But, sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me.
Козёл.
I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sallow.
Это сейчас знаю эту Пикат. Хороший профессор, мне она нравится. Ну да, к ней идем.
Revelio. I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio. You know where to find me once you've finished.
Seems Crossed Ones isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
Куда нам вообще бежать? Мне лень. О, через весь этот. Мальчик, иди сюда.
Glad you're back.
Привет, Люкан. Можно воспользоваться тренировочным манекен? Привет, Люкан. К следующей дуэли скрещенных палочках уже все готово?
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of Crossed Ones all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
Хочу. Но, ребята, момент. Сейчас.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant! Are you dueling with a partner?
Yes,
Себастьян.
Sebastian.
Then let's get to it.
Ready to get thrashed?
Apologies in advance.
Девчонка, что ли? Что с голосом у него?
Confringo!
Stupefy.
Come on!
Leviosa.
Levioso! Descendo!
Protego. Stupefy.
Act like a winner.
Reparo.
Mind the one!
Stupefy.
Confringo!
Leviosa. Stupefy.
Is that all you've got?
Kyo.
Levioso!
Stupefy.
Confringo!
There goes my way.
Leviosa. Protego. Stupefy.
Confringo!
Give them all
Descendo!
four.
Levioso!
What am I to do up here? Accio. Don't try away now.
Confringo!
I could never duel like that.
Уделали.
Bravo!
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak. You could have gone a bit easier on me.
Обойдешься.
Hello, Lucan.
Of course. I'll
Готов
fetch it and
дать
give you a
тебе
list of
яичко,
combinations
для
to practice.
тренировки.
Ready to have a try now?
Попробуешь? Да, конечно.
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands.
Accio.
Обычно, обычно.
Good one!
Так,
Leviosa.
Отлично, отлично.
That's it!
Leviosa.
Отлично, отлично.
Accio.
Мама,
Nicely done! I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
чё, к Кикадше вернемся?
Assignment's all finished.
Да, вернись к профессору Гекат. Ой, по-моему, я не туда немножко. Ну, я же, по идее, от темных искусств. Вот мы туда и тэпнулись. Я уже не помню, честно говоря. Сейчас на ходу все вспоминаем, видим, смотрим,
On another
А,
делаем.
adventure,
Да,
are
да,
we?
всё правильно. Темных искусств.
Revelio.
А что, застряла, что ли?
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you and that you found success in your endeavors.
Стрёмная хрень. Ничего, в твоем кабинете я тоже пороюсь попозже.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate and keep your wand steady.
Так, Т.
Good work.
Хочу вместо этого чинищего его.
Feel free to practice in the classroom before you go. I've set up a few targets for you.
Accio. Lumos. Levioso. Incendio.
You're getting it. Keep at it. And do try not to incinerate yourself.
Секреты запретной секции. Хорошо, туда сейчас мы пойдем. Это с Себастьяном, да. Хитроумные ключи, ядовитая отвага у Данкана Хопхауса. Похоже, проблемы с пушишкой. Пушишки, они такие сладкие. Конечно, поможем, чувак. Да, обязательно, не переживай. По-моему, я тэпнулась только что себе за спину. Не, мне этот парнишка нужен. С пушишкой со своей. И пушишки нужны.
I wonder if you
Revelio.
might be able to help me with a small, project.
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
О, спасибо.
That's nice to hear. I've had my share of adventure. I hope my reputation's warranted.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
They're adorable. Why would you be afraid of a puffskein?
They seem adorable until one sticks its tongue up your nose. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumour has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
Что меня там
What sort
ждет?
of plant should I expect in the hidden herbology corridor?
I haven't a clue. But have you seen the kinds of plants Professor Garlick grows? If the previous professor was anything like her, I'd imagine they're not exactly harmless.
Ой. Попробую чем-нибудь помочь.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls.
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
Ой, один момент. Пока там грузится, у меня что-то телефония выдала. Здравствуйте, я села. Так. Да не намного ближе-то я приблизилась.
Revelio.
Ну, разберемся, господи.
Accio.
Поймала.
Revelio.
А, вот здесь вот должно быть, да. Ипопаточники. Ипопаточники — это волшебные летающие насекомые, производящие патоку, которая при употреблении в пищу вызывает меланхолию. Они питаются крапивой и гнездами. Ой, и гнездятся в темных и укрытых местах. К сожалению, известно, что они заражают тулей, оказывая пагубное воздействие на мед внутри них. Грустненько, однако.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
С этими штуками, ребята, тоже
These dry
попроще.
vines are one spark away from becoming kindling. Incendio.
Потайной коридор травологии. Бу!
This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor. Devil's Snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light. Lumos. Revelio. Ha! Lumos. Revelio. Incendio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Lumos. Accio. Incendio. seems the devil's snare was protecting a chest of some kind. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos.
Ну-ка, ай. Ой, хорошо смотрится. Такой дурацкий плащ хочу все-таки поменять. Ой, на шее мы что-то нашли. Только визуально я его таскать не буду. Снять. И плащ. Тоже визуально надо поменять на что-то симпатичненькое. Или вообще можно снять. Вот так побегаем. Коллекция и прочее потом посмотрим.
Lumos. I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacular would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery. Incendio! Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Теплицы. Как раз сейчас там откроем проходик.
Revelio. Revelio.
Так, сливы цепелины. Это похожие на редиску оранжевого цвета фрукты парят вверх ногами, когда вырастают. Некоторые считают, что они могут обострять восприимчивость человека ко всему необычному. Прикольно. А, вот эта штучка. Дерево в теплице. Это гигантское дерево стоит в центре теплицы Хогвартса. Его система корней столь же глубока и запутана, как и подземелье школы.
What are you up to now?
Revelio.
Заначка ушла чисто случайно.
I think
Trusted them.
Или еще пели бы, было бы вообще круто. Но нет.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery yet?
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacular. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
Без проблем.
Of course. I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunkin for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was. Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I will. Thank you for all of your help. No more puffskein dunking for me.
Но здесь только вот эти ключики. Так, вот так. Давай уже грузись. И так, и вот так. Опа. Птичка. Так, давайте к Фигачу. Фиг. Опять повспим у него на коврике. Здесь.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Hecat.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Вот эта штука нам тоже нужна будет, ребят.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
Погнали к Себастьяну. Почему бы нет?
Revelio. Sebastian, there you are.
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
Seems he's working with Ranrock. And Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there after the dragon attack. It's quite the tale. Fig had this portkey.
A portkey? To Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow.
I barely follow myself, and I was there. Anyway, we ended up in an ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly serious. Professor Fig has insisted that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Understood. Your secret's safe with me. Whatever it is.
Thank you, Sebastian. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight. And tell no one.
Что если нас поймают?
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madame Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books, so do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
Чё, сразу, что ли? Я думала, а-ля дойти до места, полежать там на лестнице где-нибудь.
Revelio.
Ладно, позже.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Используйте дезиллюминационное заклинание, чтобы вас не могли обнаружить в запретных областях.
We must remain unseen.
Если противники поблизости почувствуют что-то, они начнут изучать подозрительную активность. Если вас поймают, важная особа, это перейдет к провалу задания. Ой.
Librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase. Damn.
You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
You distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
The key.
Goodness gracious, what a mess!
that wasn't so difficult after all. Now, to find that book.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
А вы узнаете книжку? Это, по-моему, та глазастая, которая кач-кач-кач делает, кусит и прочее. Сохраниться можно? Став незамеченными, используйте основное заклинание, так, чтобы заманить важных особ и врагов в определенное место. Режим прицеливания и позволяет повысить точность прицеливания, показывает дополнительные цели.
Ghost, don't let her see you. Should be in the clear. There's no need for us to be skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin
Revelio.
sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
С этими книгами лучше не связываться не только из-за их склонности ускользать из рук, сколько потому, что их содержание представляет собой невероятную бессмыслицу, не имеющую никакой образовательной ценности. Заколдованные книги.
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Видите, этот сундук нас сейчас не видит. Мы ему сделаем хвать. Его так жалко.
Secrets of the darkest arts. I'm impressed.
Давайте эту штуку. Вот еще одна. В Хогвартсе.
Leviosa. Revelio.
Who have we here? Sebastian Sallow and his new little friend, out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty, you'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't you...
I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor. Reparo.
Revelio.
Revelio. Of course. Traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room. That's it.
Revelio.
Ховать. Я аж сижу, смотрю какую-то. Это я всегда так что-нибудь такое смотрю. Возможно, что есть как будто барашек какой-то. Оставим дальше. Вот это определенно. На шее мы его снимаем. Его не будет видно. Дальше касаемо очков. Хотя также с лица мы его тоже снимем. Какая жесть. Самый костюмчик. Костюмчики такие плохонькие.
Where might this lead?
Читальня. Что за читальня? Аскбан.
Revelio. Levioso. Incendio. Revelio. Reparo.
Так, чё я туплю сюда? Где вот это, скорее всего?
Accio.
I need to wake up that rune over there.
Так, я только что убил нашу пиццу.
Revelio.
Чуть не пропустила судьбу.
Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
Revelio. Protego. Stupefy. Incendio.
Так, ваша способность использовать древнюю магию накапливается после успешной атаки или получения урона. При успешном использовании комбинаций, состоявших из 10 попаданий или боли, создаются спустки древней магии. Пусть это будут спустки, а не сгустки. Собирая их, вы можете значительно пополнить свой индикатор древней магии и восстановить немного здоровья. Окей. Когда хотя бы один сегмент вашего индикатора древней магии полностью заполнен, вы можете использовать сокрушительную древнюю магию, которая наносит огромный урон и разрушает щитовые чары. Нажмите X, когда вы видите подсказку над головой врага. Окей.
Revelio. Tego. Levioso. Accio. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Фиг его знает. Даже пытаться не буду лишний раз. Время.
This must be the way forward. But to where? Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
Revelio. Protego. Incendio. Levioso. Incendio. Protego.
It is a book after all.
Revelio.
Так, окей, какую-то книжку нашли. Махач. Несколько страниц отсутствует.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor McCaw.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Посмотрим. Может, и расскажем. А может быть и нет.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Revelio. Accio.
Погнали к профессору Фигу. Жалко Себастьяна. Не, парень классный, на самом деле, очень классный. Эти цветы помидора, которые я их все думаю.
Revelio.
Прости, мужик.
Revelio.
А, закрыто. Ну, мы поспим у тебя тут на ковре. Не думаю, что ты будешь против. Так, ну-ка, ну-ка. Так, отнесите книгу профессору Фигу.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no
Revelio.
sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section, as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
In the second, they were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Надя только что прислала вам Саус просьбу встретиться с ней в деревушке под названием Нижний Хогсфилд. В этой карте мира большая ее часть покрыта туманом, который можно узнать все подробности. Ну, короче, бегаем и все ищем. Деревушки — это небольшие сообщества, разбросанные по миру. Деревушка называется Нижний Хокстел. Вся деревня дает вам возможность найти новых торговцев, точки струги с летучим пламенем, побочные задания и коллекционные предметы. По мере своих исследований вы будете рассеивать туман, открывать остальные части карты, если вам даст возможность изучить новые места.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Так, я немного заплутала. Задание. Задача профессора Кикат. Это в любом случае мне нужна Натти. Выход из Хогвартса. Ну что, ребятки, потихоньку будем завершать, наверное. Вам спасибо за просмотр. Подписки, лайки, все это, естественно, по желанию, но приветствуется все-таки. В следующий раз мы с вами узнаем, что же ждет нас за пределами Хогвартса. Вам спасибо за просмотр. Всем до новых встреч. Всего хорошего и пока-пока.